Thank you for your service. Today is Veterans Day, and it's a really special day for people who are currently in the military or people who used to be in the military and now they're veterans of the United States military. And before I get started on this video, I want to give a quick shout out to my little brother James. I've made videos with him in the past before. I've talked about him in my videos in the past before, but I just want to give a shout out to him, my little brother, because he is currently deployed in Afghanistan right now in a combat area. And I just want to wish you the best of luck if you're watching this. I love you. Make sure you're working hard and stuff. Can't wait for you to be home, but before you come home, just make sure you kill those freaking mother. Today I want to talk about something that pretty much every single one of you guys that are watching this, everybody who's about to join the military, people who've already sworn into the military, maybe you've already experienced this, and that is when people tell you thank you for your service. You get this feeling of kind of like guilt, like you don't deserve it, like you shouldn't have somebody telling you thank you for your service right now at this point in your career. That's something that probably a lot of you are feeling or going to feel in the very near future. It's something that I felt for a really long time. It's something that the vast majority of people in the military feel, and I want to explain why you shouldn't feel that way. And whenever somebody tells you thank you for your service, you shouldn't feel that guilt feeling that so many people feel. I remember whenever I first joined the military and I had the first few people tell me thank you for your service, it was the craziest feeling ever. It's something that whenever you're younger, whenever you're looking forward to being in the military, it's kind of like you can't wait for people to tell you thank you for your service. You can't wait for the chance to, whenever they say to recognize all the veterans, to stand up and stuff like that. But then whenever you actually do join the military, whenever you go to basic training, whenever you do actually join, and you feel like you haven't done anything yet, whenever somebody tells you thank you for your service, whenever people tell you to stand up in the stands or something, if you're at like a sports game, you kind of feel like you haven't done anything. That's what you're gonna feel like. You're gonna be like, I haven't done anything yet. Maybe you've only just completed basic training. You've only just completed basic training in AIT. So like, what is there to thank? Like, what have you done for the country that warrants a thank you for your service, right? So I want to explain why that is kind of the wrong way of thinking. It's something that's been told to me multiple times, because this is how I felt. This is how I felt because I joined the Army, I went through basic training, I went through AIT, and then I came back home because I'm in the Army Reserves. And people will tell me, on drill weekends, whenever I'm in my uniform and we go out to eat and stuff in public areas, and people will tell me, thank you for your service and stuff, and I'm just like, I haven't really done anything. All I've done is trained. That's pretty much it. That's all I've done is trained. I haven't been deployed, and personally I felt like I won't feel that non-guilt feeling. I won't feel like I actually deserve that thank you for your service until I get deployed, until I actually do something, right? But if I judge that feeling off of actually doing something that warrants a thank you for your service, then I'm probably never going to feel that way. Because the majority of people that really understand the thank you for your service, that when people will say, it's not for me, it's for the people who died, you kind of will never get that feeling like you deserve it, like I deserve thank you for your service, until like you die. That is like kind of like the point. Like, we're recognizing the military, all the people that have fought and died for this country, and so we're respecting and honoring the people who are still living. So to think that you can do something that warrants the thank you for your service, you can do something that warrants your feeling of having earned it, is kind of backwards, because you have already earned it. If you have gone to MEPS, if you have raised your right hand and sworn in, if you have gone to basic training and AIT, and then maybe that's all you've done, if you've just sworn in, you've taken that oath of enlistment, you have earned that thank you for your service. You have joined that 1% of people who will die for some other stranger. That's something that's crazy that most civilians will not do. They'll never have to do. They don't even have to think about doing it. But when you join the military, that's something that you are willing to take on. You, no matter what your MOS, no matter what your pay grade, no matter what, you are taking on the responsibility of potentially giving your life up for your country, giving your life up for your brother or sister standing right next to you, and that's something to be honored. Giving up just your sheer time that you have spent. So for me personally, I've been in the military or the Army Reserves for almost 3 years or so. And I've spent about a year of that on either training time. Basically, I've spent about a year of that gone, like away from home, right? So that entire year of my life, I've given that to the military. And whenever I get deployed, if I don't see combat, if I do see combat, I am giving up a portion of my life to the military. I'm giving up a portion of my life to serve my country. It doesn't matter what branch you're in, it doesn't matter. You, just by raising your right hand and joining the military, have earned that thank you for your service. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this is I just want you guys to not feel that guilt feeling. I want you guys to not feel kind of like the way I felt whenever people would tell me you know, thank you for your service and stuff. And I've been told by my commanders and people and stuff, and they've kind of instilled this thought process in me that you don't really earn it. You've earned it by swearing in. You've earned it by being that 1%, right? So I want you guys to understand that. And now, if people do tell you thank you for your service, it might be like this little awkward thing. You don't know what to say. Like, should you say you're welcome? I mean, that kind of sounds a little bit cocky. Somebody says thank you for your service, they come and shake your hand, and you're just like, you're welcome. Like, that just sounds weird. So if you're curious, like, what should you say in a scenario whenever somebody comes up to you and tells you thank you for your service, that person, they respect you. They are respecting what the military is doing, obviously. So the common thing, a really good thing that you can say back to them is just thank you for your support. Shake their hand, you know, tell them thank you for your support, because they are supporting the military in general just by coming up to you and thanking you for your service. So I want to close this video off here by saying to you specifically, maybe I can be the first person to say this, but thank you for your service. I want to thank you for what you're going to do. It's not about what you've done. It's about that you have sworn in. It's about that you have joined this group. And also, it's about what you're going to do. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you because there's a lot of you watching this, and I'm certain there's plenty of you that are going to be doing more for this country watching my video than I'm ever going to do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And as well, if you do see anybody, if you see any older veterans, people going out to eat tonight or whatever, you know, if you want to walk up to them and thank them for their service, because some of these wars and stuff that people have been in the past are crazy, brutal. So, you know, if you can thank them for their service, that would be awesome. So I hope you guys have a great day. So happy Veterans Day. Make sure you go out, get some food, have some fun today, you know, spend some time with your family and stuff like that. Thank a veteran if you do know one. If one of your parents is a veteran, thank them for their service. That would be awesome. So I'm gonna close this video off here. There's not really anything to have any questions or anything about in this video, but if you do have any comments, comment section is down below. My Instagram and Snapchat links are in the description as well, and I will see you guys later.